Audio, audio. All right, let me see y'all. Give me 2 seconds. This is not safe. Check mic 1 2. No echo, right? No echo. Should be straight. We should be good. Mic check, one of those. Roll time, Zach. What's good, Zach? Let me know if you can hear me good. Mic check, mic check, mic check. What's up, everybody? Your boy back, man. No, I ain't back yet. Just checking in with y'all. We about an hour away from the crib. Nashville, Tennessee. You don't owe Coach Smook nothing. You don't owe Coach Smook nothing. Just be there when I decide to come back. It's an echo. All right, now what now? Well, okay, hold on, Zach. Hold on, Zach. Let me see. What about now? We got echo now? What about now? No echo now, right? Amanda, appreciate you. Better, this better. Wait, it's delayed, so let me see. I gotta see which good now. Okay. There we go. Righteous. Let me see. Because if y'all say it's echoing again, then I'm gonna have to go back to the other setting. A lot better. Okay. Hey Lisa. Hey Erica. What's up, everybody? Wow. I'm gonna get you. Anyway, chat. How y'all feeling today? AAA family. I got to see my daughter. She turned 10 today. I'm actually headed back to Montgomery. I'm headed back to Montgomery. So I was in Nashville this weekend. That's why y'all haven't seen me this week. I've been having to keep some things under wraps. But we still working. Got some things getting prepped for y'all next week. I know y'all excited. I know y'all missing my content. Y'all been having to watch these other platforms and they talking about the same crap every day. You got people trying to talk NFL ball that they ain't really no NFL fans. NFL ain't going on no more. You got people just talking about random stupid stuff that don't matter. But Coach Smook is here to say today, Bama Nation. But not just Bama Nation. We got some Georgia stuff we're going to be talking. Auburn, LSU, Florida, our Ole Miss people, A&M. We got UT. We got Baylor. We got a lot of connections. Tennessee. Got a lot of connections we're going to be utilizing this offseason, y'all. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you ain't got your notifications on, you missing out. Appreciate that, Zach. She turned 10, man. My baby 10. Hey, but check this out, y'all. Shout out to the Big 77. Make sure you're hitting them likes. I need y'all to, make sure y'all hitting them likes. We got 34 in the chat. Make sure y'all hitting the like button, y'all. I want to try to talk to y'all before the service get bad. A-Day. So I got off the phone. Well, I ain't got off the phone. I was able to speak with a few of the players and some staff members to a certain extent. Kobe Bryant. My non-existent hairline. Boy, you don't see all that hair? I got a big forehead, but the hairline definitely there. Light his ass up. Kobe Bryant. Hey, you know what? I found out who it is with these troll pages that be coming through too, man. They so obvious because they create a new page every time y'all block them. They create a new page every time y'all block them. So let them stick around. You just mute them. I can just mute them because they chat rate help. Even though they muted, they still be trying to type. It help our algorithm. Been watching Nancy Guthrie all day. So y'all ain't even been able to like watch no good Bama content. I'm not hating. Okay, you ain't gotta interrupt me. I heard you, man. Yes, ma'am. All right, series disruptive. Isaac said that's effed up. Nah, it ain't. Hey, everybody ain't perfect. You see, he got a fake profile picture. You know who the ugly one is for real. You know who the ugly one is for real. Anybody coming on here with without their real name or something that references them, or they have to use fake pictures and stuff, they're the ones struggling on the inside, not I. My face is on camera every time, every day when I come on this mug. I don't use AI. And the woman I have in my life is very much satisfied. So I could care what another man sus say about me when it comes to looks and stuff. I think that's kind of weird, if you ask me. But that's just my personal opinion. Oh, I don't need to go away. I need to go to Montgomery. Y'all almost went to Phoenix City. But no, I'll be talking to y'all for another 5-10 minutes here as we go through this bad service area. Hopefully it didn't get too bad just now. But I'm going to be talking to y'all for another 10-15 minutes, man. A-Day. Check this out, man. A-Day is supposed to be the same format as last year. But this time it's going to be a little bit more interactive fan base wise for the fans. Basically talking to them, they're trying to incorporate some type of way to where you have fans coming in during certain parts of the practice to do fan activities, whether it's a 40-yard dash or, it's certain things you're going to be privy to. And this year they're really trying to expand some things. So that was one of the talks, just fan interaction, things set up outside, right outside the front of the stadium around Bryant-Denny. A lot of vendors supposed to be moving closer for the Guthrie family. The Guthrie family. What's the Guthrie family? Who's the Guthrie? I don't watch. I'm telling you, I don't watch the news. If y'all came in here talking about something that the president did or what's going on, I promise you, I have no faith in what we got going on in the United States of America. I pray. That's it. I deal with stuff that relates to me. But A-Day supposed to be that same similar format. With so many new faces about to emerge, especially on the defensive side and on the offensive line. I think this is going to be one of the more interesting camps with spring ball coming up. I think this is going to be one of the more interesting camps. The inside linebacker room is going to be one to just pay coaches close attention to. I know we went and got Caleb Woodson out of the portal, but Zay Hall, Xavier Griffin, QB Reese, Abdul Sanders Jr., Luke Metz, all of those guys are going to be like competing for a playing time. And if you ask me, I think QB Reese is going to be probably the more senior front runner in that room. Him and Abdul Sanders Jr. are going to be my 1 and 2. I think right there fighting for number 3 is going to be Caleb Woodson, kind of like what Nakai Hill Green had to go through coming in, transitioning to the system. And y'all got to remember, he's not like a veteran presence. It's only his second year in college. He only played 1 year at Virginia Tech, so you can expect them to really compete for that position, y'all. And A-Day equals weekday. Why you say that, Big Frank? Sacramento. I'm not in Sacramento, my guy. But yeah, they hold on, y'all. And then when we get home, we're gonna do I think we're gonna do a live Monday. When we come back Monday, we're gonna do a live with all of our updates. But I'm telling y'all the reason why I think I like this format for A-Day. One thing that happened last year, we had a full spring with only 2 major injuries. 2 major injuries in spring. No, 0 injuries in spring. 0 major injuries in spring. And at A-Day, we had 2 minor injuries that they pulled these guys from A-Day. I think from a health standpoint, coming out of spring ball, that's a huge get coming into the fall. You want everybody fully healthy and able to put their best foot forward when you start talking about depth chart, depth rotation. Guys you want to start, especially on the defensive side. Y'all got to understand, we got a lot of spots to replace. We got a lot of spots to replace on that defensive side. So it's going to be, hopefully, I don't mind the format. I know a lot of people want to see this game style play. I don't get the benefit from it. It's all controlled environment. And I'm more so for that. I'm an advocate for the jamborees, the the cross squad scrimmages. You bring your teams from different universities. I say you get a Alabama versus Alabama A&M or Alabama State or UAB, some D1 AA or something smaller. JUCOs, you can bring your JUCOs in. Anything to kind of just spread the wealth and give some time for exposure of talent. Because you already know your senior guys, you only need to see a few things from those guys. You only need to see a few things in consistency. And then if you got guys like a position where you see some real competition, then you kind of can see where guys aren't familiar with each other. You have to really base it off of reaction, and impulse. So getting those guys to as close to game ready and game speed as possible, I think you can benefit from that if you do some cross squad scrimmages. Fans want to see what this team is before the season starts. You're not going to see that in a scrimmage ever. Like you that's funny you say that, Big Frank, because you literally saw Ty Simpson. If you went to A-Day this past season, you saw what Ty Simpson was going to be. You saw what they wanted to do in the offense. They threw the ball a lot during their A-Day game. I mean, the A-Day practice. When they did their scrimmages, they did 40-something passes for just about each quarterback. So I like the format. You talking about seeing what the team is going to be. They don't even do. When the last time you seen this team do full contact at a scrimmage, at an A-Day? You're not going to see that. You haven't seen it for years, man. They stopped doing full contact scrimmage back in 2010, 2011. Maybe 12. Maybe 2012. What's up, Dalton? Good to see you, buddy. It ain't been no live action. You didn't go to the scrimmage last year, then? Big Frank, you a lie. When the last time you went to A-Day? When the last time you went to A-Day? The control scrimmages, they divide red, crimson, and white. Ain't no real live action. They was blowing whistles. They wasn't going down to the ground. DeBoer first year, they haven't they don't go live. They don't go. Nah, I don't want to go back to that. It's a waste of time. You had injuries coming out of that doggone season too, out of that fall too. I mean that spring camp. That's stupid. What's the point in you already trying to minimize it and have a controlled environment for 15 practices throughout the spring over a 30-day span. You already trying to minimize injury, right? You talking about you want to see live action for what? Go out there and Keelan Russell get tripped up or in the wrong spot because defensive ends aren't practicing pulling up, finishing through air, right? There's always times designated for these guys to get live reps, contact-wise. I don't think you need to put that on display for a glorified scrimmage that don't matter at the end of the day. Goofy. It's goofy. Even when I coached high school ball, we didn't do live scrimmages in the jamboree. The only time we went live was when we scrimmaged against another squad. And even then, we didn't do kickoff return. We didn't do live punt. We didn't do live kickoff. It was all controlled. It's a waste of time to try and have your inner scrimmage squad do something off script from what you've been doing in practice. Y'all fans don't know what the hell y'all be talking about anyways when y'all lead them games. When y'all lead them scrimmages. How DeBoer did it his first year is best. No, it ain't. Wrong. Because if it was, then we would have won more games. You won more games this year because you had a full healthy squad. Your offensive line wasn't beat up at the beginning of the season. You talking about how many injuries we had coming out of that first year with DeBoer. You forget Caden Proctor came out of the spring, didn't finish spring. Wilkin Formby didn't finish spring. Elijah Pritchett didn't finish spring. All those injuries we had across the offensive line. Running back room, DeBoer's first year. What are you talking about? You remember we had to play so many freshmen in the secondary? Injuries that stem from spring ball. Say what you want. Be old school. Continue to be a dinosaur you're thinking. And be frustrated with how college football is changing. That's your choice, buddy. I don't support you. But by all means, do what you do, man. What you mean who got injured? What you mean? Jaden Roberts got injured in that spring game? Like, what are you talking about? All that happened in the spring. You forget I was on scene? I don't hate pushback. I just hate stupidity. You trying to debate something that you don't know what you're talking about. You forgot I was actually on scene as credentialed media covering that spring. That's the funny part about it. Like, have you just not been following that long? DeBoer's first year, I was there. Every open practice, open media practice, I was there. I saw injuries happen. You saw Josh Cuevas come over in the portal and get injured in spring. Damani Jackson injured in spring ball, had to be pulled from for the scrimmage. We had so many freshmen on the field for the A-Day game in DeBoer's first year. That's why I worked out in the season. That's why I worked out in the season. But you see what happened when we needed that experience on the field. Them guys didn't have no reps. They was injured. Coming into the season, 65, 70%. Big Frank, you know what's crazy? You say I don't like pushback. I actually invite it because I like exposing when you try to push back with wrong information. That's the bliss of this. Being where I am and you being where you are. I know. You good too. I don't mind people disagreeing. But the bliss of me being in a state of knowing and you just being in a state of speculation is just optimal. It's just so it's like it's the peak of where you want to be in any debate or argument. That talking football with Kangaroo Black, trying to talk about what Alabama strategy is, or even these fans about talking about Alabama basketball last week. Like the fact that people don't read or can't comprehend, right, what's on paper verbatim for what it says. I never said Nate Oates wasn't a good coach. I never said he was the most winningest coach. I never said he was the most successful coach at Alabama. I said his philosophy will not win us a national championship. His philosophy, his style of coaching will not win Alabama a basketball national championship. He will never, if he continues to coach this style of play, this offense, like the way he does, right? Are we still on? Hold on, mic went out. Back on. Did the mic die? So y'all was listening to the surround sound. I thought y'all. You're not informing me. Big Frank, I guarantee. It's been so many times you come in here and be talking, man. I just be like, bro, this dude. Where you from, Big Frank? If you don't mind making it known, I would love to like try to get you on one of these fan shows and just put y'all boys on game. Y'all really gonna be mad when folks like people that y'all swear up and down, I ain't got no connects with and all that. Y'all gonna be real in y'all fifis when they start pulling up and rocking with me for real. Well, not y'all, but you know the haters. I know you ain't no hater, Big Frank, but we got haters. Hold on, let me see. Oh, let me plug this up. I can't plug the mic up yet, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta charge. Hold on. Y'all can hear me good. Can y'all still hear me good? Mic check. Can y'all still hear me good? Mary J, appreciate you for being a member for 21 months, 3 more months, and we're gonna have our third year anniversary. Year number 3, crossing into year number 3. Year number 3. That's crazy. May. You like my potential? Yeah, that's funny. I'm in a different mindset 2026, man. No more short selling, no more underselling. I'm not settling for the bare minimum, especially dealing with um especially dealing with this industry, man. People are so easily manipulated in this industry. I got guys like, and I don't care. I'm name dropping today. I just feel good. I feel refreshed. I got guys like Steven Smith and Brody Smoot and um, who else? Guys who chased guys who chase like labels, right? First of all, I need to say this. before I finish that statement. I never once asked to be on anybody's channel. I need y'all to understand that. Coach Smook, and if you heard anything else, it's a damn lie. I never asked to be on the Bama Standard. You can call and ask Justin Riley that. Never asked. Never, like, never. I had moved to Virginia. He called me randomly. I'm in Virginia. I wasn't even thinking about doing no Bama content. But he called me. Hey, bro, come on. Kyle Henderson saw I wasn't feeling it on that channel. He called me to come on his channel. TDA tried, Benny Bice. They tried to get me on the team. I never asked to be on anybody's channel. So when I started doing my own thing, I made it my duty to show people that this ain't as hard as they try to make. You just got to be solid, and you can't be trying to ride other folks' coattails to get where you need to be. See, I don't mind walking up to somebody and shaking their hand and risking them not remember me, because I feel like I'm that much of an impactful person, right? When you meet me in person, you're gonna remember. And that's how I started to build relationships, and the industry started giving me information without me having to ask for it. So when I talk about Smook Scoop and stuff about recruiting and stuff, I'm telling you right now, man, there's 4 linebackers that I haven't seen no Bama outlet talk about. And these are the guys y'all love to talk about. Andrew Bone, Tim Watts. There's 4 linebackers that Alabama has offered right now that they're not talking about. 27 linebackers that none of them are talking about. None of them are talking about. Everybody want to be on top of the Elijah Haven story. And I told y'all, Elijah Haven, the only reason he's keeping Alabama on the board is he's trying to see how this season goes with Keelan Russell. If y'all think Caden Tawai and Trent Seaborn and Elijah Haven are going to be on the same roster at the same time, y'all are high. And to be honest, I don't think Trent Seaborn is going to stick it out and stay committed. That's just my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. Like, there's a lot of things that happen around this industry right now, man. I just look and laugh. Come back to VA, nah, at least I can't. In the 8-day game. What you say, Zach? Malachi hurt him. Oh yeah. Trying to oh yeah, Zach, you right. I forgot about that play. Trying to hold up and not hurt Jeremy Bernard. You absolutely right. Malachi Moore with the stinger. In real life, that would have been live action. He would have lit Jeremy Bernard up because Milrow set Bernard up going across the middle on that post. Big Frank, he shut down his recruitment. Okay, how many times have you seen guys shut down their recruitment and then end up decommitting later in the season? Y'all act like that stuff be, man, I ain't got time. I done did that for 2 years straight. Keep telling y'all, keep watching. And everybody always come back after flips happen and decommits happen. Coach Smook said it. Coach Smook said it. I'm not gonna keep trying to prove nothing to y'all. I'm gonna just put everything out there and y'all just watch it unfold like you always do. Mary J, appreciate that. Appreciate y'all, my mods, for staying diligent. Y'all continue running the likes up too, man. I know we haven't been live, so our algorithm gonna be messed up for the next 2 weeks. We just gonna keep going, doing our thing. We just gonna keep rounding out the content. We got VOD content being recorded this week. It'll be put out and edited on the channel, so make sure y'all got y'all notifications on, so y'all can get all posts. Big Frank, I'm darn near just about. When I speak on it, it's only because I know about it. I'm telling you right now, the only time I'm speaking on something is because I know. Like, I don't just see somebody else say something about something and then I go and speak on it. I don't even do that. You won't catch my content, right? Anything that I'm speaking on the live or anything I post vibe-wise, you won't catch it resembling anybody else's because I don't chase the mainstream stories. All of these dudes, you got 7 different outlets fighting over one story, trying to find 7 different angles to project it. Bump that. I don't need that. Y'all can go find all that different resource crap there. I'm going to go talk to the source myself. I'm going to talk to Elijah myself. I'm going to talk to Trent's coach myself. I'm going to talk to Trent myself. I'm going to actually have my protege who posted his interview with Trey Seaborn, Austin Duncan with AD Media. That's my little protege. Y'all check him out on YouTube. And that's how we get our information. So we don't look goofy like some of these channels that gotta go and delete stuff. I remember when I first got back to my channel right before Latsier Brooks and those guys crossed over that season, talking about Latsier Brooks. Before the season kicked off, when he committed to Bama in March of 24, right? I told everybody he would be the best wide receiver in that class, right? He would be an immediate impact. Everybody laughed, 3-star this, 3-star that. Now y'all can't wait to see him start. Now some of y'all calling for him to start in front of Ryan Williams. You get what I'm saying? How much do I want to bet Trent is at Bama? Ask me in June. Ask me in June, Big Frank. Ask me in June when I'm on campus during his official. Ask me in June. And I think his is like the 20th. I think his official is the 20th or the 18th or something like that. Ask me then. Hey, Big Frank, how bold you gonna be trying me and testing my knowledge when you start seeing me walking around the doggone locker room and stuff all day with these staff members? I need to delete that. Somebody delete that. Can I go back and delete that? How bold you gonna be, man? Hey, and then you know what? You know what, Big Frank? This is what the bet is. This is what the bet is. If Alabama entertains Elijah Haven enough for him to keep them in their top 4, Trent Seaborn will open up his recruitment again. It only makes sense for him to, as a quarterback in today's era of college football. See, Big Frank, you know what your problem is? You probably like 60 plus years old, and you probably think that a commitment as a junior means something in college football in this day and age of college football, but it don't. It don't. And if you think it do, look at how much the class flipped in 25. Look at the 26 class and how it panned out from June. All those big names, Barnett and all these other guys that we had, and I kept telling y'all, these are like they're resume builders, they're profile builders, right? Sometimes you got to keep Alabama and Georgia on your list as your top 4 just because they offered you 6 months ago. They may not even be talking to you no more. You might have to keep that commitment there. It's a verbal. You ain't signed nothing. Big Frank, you ain't 60. I feel like you 60. Mac or Russell, who do you think wins the job? I think Mac because he had 3 years in the system. Actually, Mac has only had 2 years in this system, man. Y'all got to remember he came in as a early enrollee. He ain't got no reps in it. He's still mechanically he's been developing since he got to college. I think Keelan Russell is the quarterback, and I'm going to say Keelan Russell. I'm not going to say I think Keelan Russell will start for Alabama. One, you have the arm talent that you need. Vertical passing threat. That is the key to Ryan Grubb's success as a play caller. Being able to create big plays often, you know, and 7 to 9, 20 plus yarders in the game is not foreign to Ryan Grubb when he's got his skill sets or his assets that he think he needs to have that explosive offense. And Russell fits that. You talking about mobility. He's 6'3", pushing 200 pounds, 205 now. He's put on some good weight. As a matter of fact, last year going from 185 to 190, 195 last year, you know, putting on it that lean muscle on his frame was huge. So it's not him not being able to put on the weight, the lack of experience, and at the college football level, controlling the huddle is the only thing that kept him from being on the field in front of a 4th-year redshirt junior / senior in Ty Simpson, and a 2nd-year redshirt sophomore, a redshirt freshman in Austin Mack. So I think when you have it that close, unless there's some mechanical things or some skill set things that just take a crazy dive, Russell's going to be the guy, man. And I don't think Mack leaves until he's forced out. You know, I think Austin Mack really understands his development in the system could create a 1 year transition value for him to where he can go and have 1 year success and go on to be a quality NFL caliber quarterback. Now, I will say this, Mac, he said, I try to dominate my audience, learn to accept others' takes. I'm not going to take stupid takes, Frank. What do you mean? It's a stupid take. If I know what I'm talking about, why am I going to listen to your take and I know you're wrong? That's like me knowing that there's a big hole in the road, right? Because I just rode past it. I missed this hole, and you being my friend, I don't tell you, hey, at mile marker such and such, be careful. There's a big hole in the road. It could be dangerous. Zach said, this is what Zach says. Zach said Matt doesn't have the vertical arm talent to win the job. I'm gonna disagree with Zach. I think I don't think he has the precision that you need in the timing. But as far as the arm talent, meaning strength, ability to throw a deep ball, Austin Mack has a nice deep ball. It's not precise. It's not accurate. It's not, every deep ball looks the same for him, no matter if it's a 25 yarder or a 45 yarder. You know, it's just too much air. You got to be able to layer these passes, and I think that's what separates Russell. That's what separates Russell. Any take that isn't yours is considered stupid to you. Nah, just most of your takes, brother. I've given people plenty accolades and shout outs for having good takes, man. You just got to try harder. Maybe, you know what, Big Frank, instead of trying to be opposite of what I'm saying, just act like I'm Kalen DeBoer. Act like I'm Kalen DeBoer, because if Kalen DeBoer was on the screen saying the same thing I'm saying, you wouldn't say shit. You'll take everything he's saying. But you know what's funny? A lot of stuff that I'm saying, or even last year when I said it, before Ryan Grubb got up to do interviews, I was telling y'all about things that I was seeing at practice on days where I would be at practice watching these things, this competition play out. And I would tell y'all about Todd Simpson not having turnovers, but nothing spectacular, right? And I would tell y'all about quarterbacks throwing touchdowns and who had the most turnovers, and y'all wouldn't listen until Kalen DeBoer or Ryan Grubb get up there, or Kane Womack reference one of the quarterbacks going, and y'all be like, dang, Coach Smook did say that. I mean, it happens. It happens. But after a while, you ought to get tired of bumping your head, right? You keep running to the same situation where you look like the fool because you just don't want to listen. Like, what's the point of coming in the chat and trying to test everything I'm saying? I understand some of y'all don't believe I'm a real insider, that I don't get real information. That's okay. But I know my information. So when I talk to y'all and y'all attest it, isn't it my duty to clap back? Coach, so if I'm understanding this right, Austin Mack is still too raw and Russell is more a ready QB? Or am I not? I ain't gonna say Austin Mack is raw. It's still too raw. I just think you have two quarterbacks in the room, and not everybody progresses at the same rate. I put it like this. Carito. I'll put it like this. Let's say it like this. If Austin Mack and Keelan Russell were in high school playing against each other today, you can see and I'm saying like caliber of talent is equal on each side. I think you would see why Keelan Russell presents more of a threat at the quarterback position, no matter what level. You can say high school, whatever. With their skill sets currently now, if they was playing on opposite teams, literally opposite teams with similar skills, assets available, I think you'll see why Keelan Russell is the better quarterback. You'll be amazed by Max size, some of the things he can do when he scrambles, right? But what you'll be like, dang, he missed that pass, like, cause he misses. He's consistent in missing open looks sometimes, right? And Russell's just more accurate. At the end of the day, he's more accurate, and his passes are a lot more in phase than. So from what we got from Bryce Young in certain sets, especially on the verticals, y'all remember how Bryce Young used to throw guys open, or was able to like release the ball hella early with the right touch on the verticals, like especially the corners or deep over routes, things like that. Bryce Young was beautiful at that. People talk about Tua's timing, but his was more quick game. The quick slants, the RPOs, the quick release. Like, especially the corners or deep over routes, things like that. Bryce Young was beautiful at that. People talk about Tua's timing, but his was more quick game. The quick slants, the RPOs, the quick screens or the double moves, like hitting the guy coming right out of his hitch, right? Bryce Young was more of the what Ryan Grubb needs in this system. He's that vertical timing, all of that. He knows how to match there very well, in my opinion. When you talk about Keelan Russell, so and then Big Frank, take advice from who? I do take advice. That's the thing, like, bro. This is there's levels to this. When I first came into this industry, I respected a lot of people that I thought knew a lot about Bama, like that I thought were connected. And once I got up there and I saw what media members have access to, and I started hearing the information that will be put out on these podcasts and things, I was like, they not doing nothing special. They all taking their conversations and stuff that they do at those 20, 30 minutes of time of interviews, right? And they try to spin it to kind of make it their own. That and what happens is you only can spin the truth so much before it starts to become fabricated and become a lie. So what I started doing as a media member, I started just, hey, how you doing today? Oh, for real? That's what's up, man. Man, I remember when I was in college, such and such. Oh yeah, today at practice, man. Da, 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 da. Oh, that started with players, equipment managers, and now staffers are doing it. I mean, just openly having conversations because of the relationships that we build. So when I have fans, right, or Yay Alabama members paying they little what is it, like $8 a month now? It's something small. You know, I hear y'all come in talking about y'all contribute to the organization stuff. But when I hear fans come in and I usually, like I told you, I wasn't supposed to be live until the 23rd, right? But I had a conversation, so I came on and now I'm having a conversation with y'all. So when stuff starts coming out, because people are going to put their VODs and edited versions with their pretty thumbnails out, and they're going to do all this extensive talking and acting like they saying something new. I'm just letting y'all know what to prepare for. That's all that is. Stop jumping my audience. Nah, Big Frank, I don't have to be politically correct on my show. Because then I'll be like everybody else that's worried about you liking me. I don't care if you like me or not, or like how I present it. This is my authentic self. I'm not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. I don't want to be one of those guys that get 1 million subscribers overnight and not know who my community is. I want people in my community to understand the game of football, similar or be privy to Alabama or whoever I'm covering. Ole Miss, Georgia, Southern Miss, South Alabama, Tuskegee, Alabama State, West Georgia, West Alabama, VMI, like all of these schools, Norfolk State, all of these schools that I can't care about everybody's opinion or their thoughts on it. I gotta talk about what I know and stand on it. So if your skin ain't tough enough to handle it, then maybe my channel's not for you. And I'm fine with that. Like, bro, I promise you, we gained 9 subscribers over the week. I went back, we lost 3 out of the 9 we gained. You think I cried about it? No, I promise you. If it was about approval, I'd be like a lot of these other channels, switching up every week trying to appease y'all feelings. Nope. I won't look like a fool trying to appease no feelings. Losing myself. Be like some of these cats that got to sell out with content. No, I got too much skill set. We work too hard to build a authentic brand. And I'm standing on that straight up. Facts, Zach. You better tell him. You better tell him. Oh, Big Frank, it was made for me to have it my way. This industry was made for me. I'm confident in that. I'm stepping with a new. Call it cocky all you want. Nobody has done what Coach Smook and the Coach Smook Network and AAA family is doing. Nobody has done it. Nobody has done it. Nobody has done it, and we're just getting started. We're just getting started. Nobody's doing it. Y'all just looking for the Bama coverage. I'm looking at community impact. I'm looking at life-changing impact. There are 7 kids right now playing college football because of how much effort we put into exposing their story. 7 kids right now. 7. Bama football on YouTube ain't did no highlight reviews that got a kid a look. Actually, when I started doing it, that's when it became a thing to even try to do it on the channel. No, nobody's doing it, and that's the biggest YouTube channel for Bama sports coverage or Bama football coverage. I know because I was over there when it became that. We went from 65K to 103K between January and April, and in the 2 years since I've been going, you've only been able to manage what, a little bit over 5K subscribers. Since then, it's clear. It's clear where the talent was, and it wasn't the guy's name on it. It was the team behind it, and that's why I think my junk is different. My team said stay you. I was going to do it regardless. I know I might have struggled with it a little bit, but when my team started telling me to keep it going, because then that's what I tell you. There's some Bama parents, they former Bama parents now that watch this show, and I get text messages after the show. They be like, "Hey, you keep it real, coach. You keep it real." And I be talking about stuff going on with their sons within their organization, and they be trying to figure out how I know. That's why when I go to those games and I'm sitting in that parent section, players invite me to support them when they families can't make it. It's a reason. To, that's because I don't be chasing no narratives. Like when Drake got in trouble last year, Drake Kirkpatrick is live on TikTok right now. I can go over there and speak to Drake, and he gonna greet me like a uncle because when everybody else was writing him off last year for getting a speeding ticket for reckless driving like any 20-year-old would do, in that type of vehicle, and to get bowed out for stood up for him, held him accountable and stood up for him. And I publicly preach how much I think of an asset he would be for the future of Alabama when it comes to legacy, right? Future players being recruited by Alabama, they're gonna look at Dre's story and be inspired by that. You got Alabama fans, kids that are Alabama fans right now, that are being there by Alabama, but because of the narrative that these mainstream media folks keep putting with the thousands of followers and stuff, it's kind of like, man, it's messed up at Alabama. But then they go and they feel like they at home. They feel like it's the best place for them to develop. So I preach that. I preach those type of things. But y'all, I'm gonna get off here. We about to hit a dead area. I'm about 30 minutes away from the crib. No, yeah, I'm about 35. No, about 40 minutes away. I'll check in with y'all. What's today? Monday. We'll probably check in again Wednesday, y'all. We're gonna try to do some mobile lives, get some vibes recorded and posted, and we're just gonna stay in tune. So, what's up, Real Rare? Appreciate you for pulling up. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you watching post live, we just wanted to have a conversation. I ain't talked to my people in over a week, so definitely want to tap in. We still here. We just had to handle some business. Nashville, like I said, Nashville don't owe me nothing. Nashville don't owe me nothing, man. Made a lot of network connections. We made a lot of moves this weekend, y'all. A lot of moves. So Texas, we'll see y'all next month. Ohio, we'll see you next month. And then May, we'll be back in Texas. I think we got Florida in May, Texas and Florida in May. Trying to make our way up north to Pennsylvania. Trying to do that, make our way up north to Pennsylvania. We got Georgia Tech to make a visit to. We still trying to go to Oregon State for that visit, y'all. Coach Shep, if you watching or if you end up seeing this clip, I know my guy's gonna clip this. Coach Shep, I ain't driving to Oregon State now. All right, I need one of them NIL deals. Fly me out there, man. So, no, shout out to Coach DeMarcus Shepard, man. Doing great things over there at Oregon State. Him and the Beaver squad. That's my big brother, man. I can't wait to get that interaction. We still got our recording with Tyron Williams scheduled. The draft guys, man, they have been busy. A lot of those guys that we've connected with, they actually, they stock is rising, so they're getting a lot more attention. And we not begging for no interviews, and because of that, people like the integrity that we move with. So y'all be blessed, man. I catch y'all on the next one, man. And when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, "Put me in the game, Coach Smook." I catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be blessed, man.